Good morning, good afternoon, good evening all over the world. Dobson 777A here. Good golly, Miss Molly, look at where gold is. We busted 1800 and we're still hanging up. We're 1809.45 right now. Silver's 1870. Isn't that amazing? This is incredible. The famous gold pitchfork chart. It shows we're just running right in the channel, folks. This little jump up to 1800 just puts us above the line. We are running fantastic here. There's really nothing else you can say. We're sitting on, I mean, we're getting closer, it looks like, to 2000 for the end of the year. It's right on that line. Things are looking really good. I don't get real excited about this one. All right, we are now 48.95% from back in July, August time period. And silver is sitting at 21%. I mean, less than half the return of gold. This is an amazing, very predictable trend if you look at this. So some people say that I just pick on silver, folks. I'm just showing data. This isn't picking on anybody. It's like if you can't handle the chart, it's like you're not paying attention. This is real data. This is what silver's doing. Silver's made a nice run up, but hardly anybody bought here. Most people bought, you know, back in this range. So they're just breaking even, where those that bought gold are, you know, taking off like crazy. So today, the various markets, S&P 500 was up 0.78%, NASDAQ 1.44, Dow Jones 0.68. Eurozone was down 0.77, France down 1.24, Germany even, United Kingdom down 0.55, Australia down, China's up 1.86, Japan down 0.78, New Zealand down 1.89. Look at what our ETF portfolio, or ETF representation of our physicals. Gold was up 0.62, platinum was 1.21, silver was up 2.82. GDX 3.26. GDXJ 3.48. GOEX 2.49. Look at over here how GOEX and GDXJ are catching up to GDX. Eventually you're going to see some leverage of these other two things kicking in here. You're going to see that they're going to go farther and faster than GDX, kind of like silver does. Eventually tries to play quick catch up. So large silver miners up 4.47. It's lagging the gold miners by quite a bit here. Junior silver miners were up 5.42, which was a great day for that. But it's only up 3.22 for the year. So overall, 3.50, the overall portfolio, 26.07. Notice, because I didn't load up on silver, I'm destroying anybody else that was playing just silver miners. They do not understand how to play this game. I'm showing you the genius of how you can do this and do very well. So Kirkland Lake, if you remember, bought Detour last year. And there was a lot of people got really upset with Kirkland Lake. They were like, you know, this is horrible. The approach that they take is totally different than what you guys have done previously. And they really trashed the stock. But you look a year later, they're selling gold for $400 an ounce higher than a year ago. That is huge, folks. That's huge. And some of what they did over on Detour, they removed a hedge that they had that was actually a fairly expensive hedge. And because of the price movement and everything, they're saying that they'll actually yield more than 2 times their money by getting rid of that. Excuse me. So you might want to read this article. I always show it up here. This is over on Kitco. You just go over to the mining, click on it, and then it had a list of different things to look at. So I thought this was an interesting article. Nova Gold filed a lawsuit against a research firm, J Capital Research. They believe these guys had kind of put out some false and misleading statements. and it was kind of an opportunity for them to kind of short and make some money. And so they're Nova Gold suing their butts. Thought that was interesting. This kind of stuff is, I've showed you before on some of the stocks that we've had where there's been some false reports, like insider people selling their stocks, and people jump on and go, oh my God, they must be running into trouble, when in fact it's just somebody exercising stock options. But guess what? We got to pick up like a nice discount when that happens. So anyways, keep an eye out. These things happen periodically. So the Dow Jones today was up 0.68%, NASDAQ was 1.44, S&P 0.78. The New York Stock Exchange Composite was down 1.4. The dollar was kind of even for the day. And the gold VIX was up 2.13. So here we go. Is gold going to break its all-time high? I mean, you look at this chart. We are getting super close. We busted by all these other highs. I mean, we're back all the way into 2011 range now. This is incredible. So, are we going to 1900 anytime soon? Kind of looks like towards the end of the year anyways, but man, we've been on a tear here recently. Gold was trading for $14.50 in March. Remember, I picked up a few ounces, and then it took gold to 1800. And this is all the Fed and Treasury doing stuff. So think about it. We are moving out, folks. It looks like there's no end in sight. I mean, it looks like we are, I'm getting a little afraid for people though, because this is purchasing power. This is purchasing power. It's indicating that we're losing our purchasing power. So what's going to happen here? I don't know. I hope like crazy that we're able to weather this, because it looks like we're in the right position. I mean, look at that. The stock market was only up like 1.5 today, yet our miners were up 3.5. We are doing fantastic, folks. Let's just keep holding on, and I think we're going to be rewarded. Good grief, somebody in India decided he wanted a special gold mask. I don't know how that's going to work, because you can't breathe through gold. It's a metal, but anyways, he's working on that. $4,000 mask. Well, someone's deciding to try to do some similar charts like what I have. There's a powerful reason to be bullish on silver, and it's not just gold. So we're looking at going all the way back to like 1974. We can see how gold's performed, and silver is like lagging tremendously. And then they're talking about from 2019 to present, and same thing, silver is lagging. So one of the things that you got to keep in mind, and I'll tell you, it's when gold gets so high that people are like no longer going to be selling gold, silver's going to take off, because there's not going to be any gold available. And I don't know if this article, I didn't realize, went on and on and on. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but more than likely that's what you're going to see happen. And you're just going to have to hang on for dear life and hope this thing gets to where you want it to go, if that's all you've done is got into silver. Because unfortunately, you're watching the gold folks get their reward, and I think eventually you'll get yours with silver. It's just it's always in the seems like in overtime. It's not even in the 9th inning. It's going to be the 10th, 11th, or 12th. So then it finally wakes up. Be ready to jump on it and dump it though, because when it happens, it overshoots, and then you don't want to be left with that overpriced stuff. All right, that's it for the show. I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless.